In the second part of the Uncanny Counter, the protagonists face up against an opponent that is perhaps more challenging than the one they faced in the first part after defeating a group of counters in another country. The deceiver Pil-gwang, who leads a group of two other individuals, becomes ravenous for as much power as he can get his hands on and becomes the leader of the trio that is the core of the opposing force. In addition, there is a second form of adversary, one whose true malevolence might be questioned. This type of antagonist is known as an ambiguous villain. When Jushiak is trying to track down the person he believes is responsible for the death of his pregnant wife, he finds himself on a route that he had hoped to avoid but ends up taking it nonetheless. This leads to the fireman being brought to prison, where a malevolent spirit eventually inhabits his body. This event serves as the climax, the fact that it has been interesting to see this situation develop as reflected in the high Nielsen rating. The show has received the second season of the Uncanny Counter has maintained its high level of quality in this regard, despite the fact that it has not achieved the same level of viewing success as the first season of the show, although the peak is now at a domestic audience share of 5.4446. It is possible that this number may go up for the finale on August 28, 2023. The number of people watching from other countries has remained relatively unchanged on many instances throughout its run. The second season of the Uncanny Counter has landed a spot in the top 10 globally trending shows on Netflix, receiving more than 1 million views per week on each of those occasions. We already study cut gave that second season of the Uncanny Counter a rating of 4 out of 5 stars and said the following about it: anchored by a tight script, which is then brought to richer life with colorful visuals and adept acting performances. This supernatural action series builds on what's come before with a familiar yet inventive story packed with plenty of meat on the bone. What is the status of the Korean drama The Uncanny Counter on Netflix? Has it been renewed for a third season, or has it been canceled after making a comeback for a second season, which is something that happens in the world of K-dramas only sometimes? There is no information available at this time regarding whether or not The Uncanny Counter will make a comeback for a third season. Nevertheless, there is no way to exclude any possibilities, even if at the moment, with the employment of a complete evil spirit, it does appear to be difficult to find means of adding grander war menacing antagonists. The notion of the Uncanny Counter does seem to give the possibility for a multi-season model to be adopted. This is despite the fact that it is possible that a multi-season format may be implemented after all of that has been stated. It is possible that the end of the Uncanny Counter Season 2 will be the last time we see the heroes who wear tracksuits. This is a high likelihood. The storyline and characters that are being utilized in the program this time around appear to be building up to one major climax, and it is very possible that this will be the final episode of the series. To reiterate, however, it is impossible to know for certain whether or not a third season will be produced, and we will keep you informed with any developments in this regard. Thanks for watching, and if you're new to channel, subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss out latest videos of my channel.